This video explains how to find the rule of a logarithmic function from its graph. To do so, we need to know the equation of the asymptote and at least 2 points that belong to the function. In this video, one of the 2 given points corresponds to the function's 0. Before starting, let's review a few things. When trying to find the rule of a logarithmic function, use the simplified form, or f of x equals log base c of b times x minus h. The logarithmic function has a vertical asymptote whose rule is x is equal to h. We can use the asymptote to find the h value. When working with logarithms, it's important to know how to switch from logarithmic form to exponential form. For instance, if you have 5 equals log base 2 of 32, start by writing the base 2. The exponent, which is the answer to the logarithm, is 5, and the power is 32. Let's do an example. Let's find the rule of the logarithmic function that passes through the points negative 4.50 and negative 0.5, negative 2, and has an asymptote at x is equal to negative 5. First, determine the value of parameter h. Since the asymptote is at x is equal to negative 5, h is negative 5. Replace it in the equation, which gives log base c of b times x plus 5. If we look closely at the point negative 4.50, we see it's on the x-axis. Negative 4.5 is the 0 or x-intercept of the function. When the 0 is given, we can quickly determine the b value. 2 options are possible to do so. The first option is to replace the coordinates of the point in the rule as usual. The second option is to use the following formula. The 0 is equal to 1 divided by b plus h. Since we know the values of h and the 0, we can isolate b in the formula to determine its value. Fortunately, you don't need to learn this formula by heart. I'll show you how to use the first option instead. Replace x and f of x in the rule with the coordinates of the 0. 0 equals log base c of b times negative 4.5 plus 5. Simplify the equation starting with the brackets. Negative 4.5 plus 5 equals 0.5. b times 0.5 is 0.5b. Convert the equation to exponential form. c to the power of 0 equals 0.5b. It's important to note the exponent 0. Remember that any base with an exponent 0 is 1. So c to the power of 0 is simply 1. The equation is now 1 equals 0.5b. Since variable c is gone, we can quickly solve for b. Divide both sides of the equation by 0.5 to get b equals 2. We can write that value in the rule. So the thing to remember is that when we have the 0, we'll always get an equation where the exponent of c is 0. If we'd used the formula that the 0 equals 1 divided by b plus h instead, we'd have gotten the same answer. By substituting in the given data and isolating b, we'll still find that b equals 2. We can check the sign of b based on the orientation of the curve. Since b is positive, the function must lie to the right of the asymptote, which is indeed the case. The last thing to calculate is the c value. This time, use the second given point. The result is negative 2 equals log base c of 2 times negative 0.5 plus 5. First, simplify inside the brackets. We get 2 times 4.5, which is 9. Now we convert it to exponential notation. C to the power of negative 2 equals 9. Here, the law of negative exponents is used to make the exponent positive. To do so, the base c must be reciprocated. Now we have 1 over c squared equals 9. This equation converts to 1 over 9 equals c squared. If we take the square root of both sides of the equation, we get that c is 1/3. We're done searching for the rule of this function, which is f of x equals log base 1/3 of 2 times x plus 5. I hope this video helped you better understand how to find the rule of a logarithmic function. If you want to learn to graph it, we have a video for that too.